Hey y'all, it's Dustin.
And Burton. And this week's YouTube is actually a continuation of our amazing Europe trip. We're actually leaving the Devon and Hope Cove area and heading over to London to spend a few days with our family.
That's right. We had such an amazing time in London. We cannot wait to share this footage and our experiences that we had in London. But before we get started into our trip and our video, we want to take a few minutes just to talk about something that's been weighing heavy on our heart, and that is inclusion.
That's right. And we wanted to touch on the subject because we recently learned that there was a bully that was unkind to our children, and as parents we're responsible for teaching them how to deal with these situations, especially when they experience a bully.
That's right. And also because we also don't want them to pick up these types of behaviors themselves, and also speak up if they see another kid being bullied.
That's right.
I mean, as parents, it is devastating to hear when your kids are being faced with this. I mean, I knew
the worst.
Like early on when we became dads that one day we might have to be faced with this.
When we talked about this.
So that's why this conversation is important.
And to build on why this conversation is so important is because kids pick up behavior, and we want to teach them how wrong that behavior is so they don't end up taking on that behavior themselves at some point.
It's never too soon to talk to your children about inclusion. And honestly, a lot of adults need to be reminded about this as well.
Absolutely.
I honestly think because kids are sponges, they learn this behavior from homes by listening to the things that their parents or their communities might be talking about. So inclusion is so important to talk about with your kids.
Inclusion is important for a person's dignity, security, and even opportunity to lead a better life. And it's been proven just how important it is to support each other, to value each other, to feel connected, and even celebrate our differences.
So it starts at home. And we need to remember that when we are talking openly about our views, we want to make sure that we are speaking in a way that is still inclusive for them to hear. Even if you have a different view from someone else, we want to make sure that you don't alienate other people.
That's right. And no matter what you look like, your race, your sex, your religion, or even your political views, we need to celebrate those differences between us.
We want to welcome people that might not reflect exactly what we look like or how we are.
Although no federal law directly addresses bullying, in some cases bullying actually overlaps with discriminatory harassment. Therefore, federally funded schools, even colleges and universities, must resolve harassment on these bases.
Burton and I want to make sure that we are never planting seeds of hate and discrimination in our household, especially because our children, need to see beyond that to have a more thriving life. And we hope that other parents out there are hearing this message and do the same.
That's right. A world with more inclusion and less hate means less hate crimes and also other types of harassment as well. So I guess our call to action, so to speak, is to talk to your local government officials, talk to your schools, and also the communities you live in, and really get that conversation started.
And if you want to learn more, you can always visit stopbullying.gov for more information, and we will put that link in our description. So now it is time for the rest of our trip to London. Alright y'all, so we just got to London, and you have to check out the apartment that we just rented.
It's sweet.
It is wild. So good morning, we have just arrived into London, and we are going to go to Buckingham Palace and we're going to try to meet the Queen if we can, which we're not going to be able to.
Queen's right here.
Hey.
Hello, Queen.
And try to make the guards laugh.
That's right, tickle them with a feather.
The Queen, the guards will be like this.
Yep.
What's up, Sony? What do you see?
You see the guard?
Hello.
Hi, guard.
Hello.
Yeah?
Paula thinks that she can make the guard laugh.
Yeah, I bet she can.
I bet she could.
I think the god is single.
Sitting backwards.
You're sitting backwards in our first
I was like,
London cab.
What about you?
I'm not sitting backwards, I probably fell off.
So we are taking the kids to the London Eye,
Yeah.
which is a giant Ferris wheel, and we're all super excited.
You're not scared?
I'm not scared.
You're not scared? You guys are gonna do great. You guys have been on a Ferris wheel before, a big one. This is even bigger though.
Hi. Hi.
Alright, so we just got to the London Eye,
Yep.
and we're taking the kids on
It's
it.
gonna be fun. What do you think, guys?
This is gonna be fun, but I'm also scared because
You're scared?
Are you guys scared?
yeah.
Bud. Such a good climber.
I'm the climber.
You're the London Eye climber. We need this at the farm. Kenzie, what you got going on there, honey? There you go. You gotta roll the other way. Some of my stuff. Sugars?
I only got sweetener of sugar.
You can't get any sweeter.
Now stir it. Very good. Now you can taste it. What do you think?
Good.
You need more sugar?
Yeah, I put all of them.
No, not all of them. They'll be way too sweet, baby.
Oh, yes, please. Wonderful. Oh, there's too many bubbles.
I've got this under control. All under control.
Hi, creepy camera thing that watches me all day.
Oh, yeah, that's a creepy camera. Bye, Soho. Here we come, Paris. All right, we're on our way to Paris. Everybody's a little sleepy because we had to wake up so early. Mackenzie, are you sleepy?
Yeah, but it's because I went out last night.